Now, Milpark and the George Mukhari hospitals here in Gauteng have begun their important vaccination drives today. Healthcare workers are being urged to register online for the jab to make the process smoother. Let's pick that story up with reporter Manqoba Mchunu. Manqoba, good afternoon to you. So how is the process going then?
Well, Jeremy, it's been quite a smooth start here at the George Mukhari Hospital in Pretoria. Of course, this is one of the 4 sites that has now started to carry out those vaccinations in the province. You recall, Jeremy, that initially there were 2 sites that were earmarked for inoculations in Gauteng, but those have since been added to 4 centres, including, of course, the Charlotte Maxeke Academic Hospital, where we saw those vaccinations taking place yesterday. And now the George Mukhari Hospital also coming on board today. But we do also understand, Jeremy, that some of the private facilities here in Gauteng also started their vaccinations today. That, of course, includes the Milpark Hospital as well as the Landmed hospitals, which are also part of these new sites that have been identified here in the province. And I've got to say that many of those healthcare workers here have been quite excited to receive their jabs this morning. And I've got some of them here, Jeremy, just to speak to us about how it feels to finally get their vaccines. I'm joined now by one of the nurses who works at the emergency unit in this hospital, Lerato Dipile. Lerato, thank you for your time. Let's start here. Obviously, you've said to me that you're quite excited that today you've received your vaccine. How's it been working here? You've been the first line in terms of receiving patients.
It's really frustrating because this is like our daily basis, everyday job. So to see us losing a patient is really not nice. So when we got the chance to actually change the situation that we are going through now as South Africans, then we had to open our arms and grab it with both hands. So I'm really happy that I got the vaccine today. And I'm still encouraging some of my colleagues and people of South Africa to actually take the vaccine.
Okay. We know that some of your colleagues were also here this morning. We did speak to some of the doctors in the world. But what's the sense among some of your colleagues? Are they willing to take this vaccine? What are you hearing from them?
I think most of the people are very anxious. It's not only the healthcare providers that are anxious. I think the whole of South Africans, they are anxious about the vaccines because of the myth that was surrounding the vaccine. But I took the vaccine like around 12:30, and I'm still feeling the same way as I came in. It's just that the difference that I got the vaccine already. So the people are very anxious and they are very scared of the vaccine. But I'm just here to tell the South Africans that you don't be afraid of the vaccine. There's nothing wrong. You don't have the after effect or the side effects. We haven't felt or we haven't reported any of those yet since the vaccine started this morning. So I'm encouraging my colleagues and South Africans to actually go and take the vaccine.
Okay, thank you. Let me quickly bring in Dr. Leonard Makubela. Please come through, Doctor, so that I can speak to you. Are you excited? Of course, you're one of the frontline workers here at the hospital. You've received your vaccine today. How are you feeling?
It feels great. First, remember, I work in anesthesiology, so we manage the airway of patients, whether they are sick with COVID or not. So at first it was scary when the pandemic started that you are about to intubate someone who is COVID positive. They might be coming for a non-related condition to COVID. Then you get scared, and then we got PPEs and everything improved. And then later on, now the vaccine comes, and then that's double protection. It gives you strength to come to work.
And what did you say to those colleagues of yours who are still skeptical about receiving this jab?
What I can say is that as they say, Sisonke. So let's most of us vaccinate. Let's read more. Let's get our facts right, and then let's make a wise decision and a wise choice, so to say, so that we know we're vaccinated and we're protected. Because then, if you're still working and you're still scared, it doesn't help. So we need to be in the front line with the vaccine, so that every one of other community members can be able to follow us in the lead to this vaccine rollout. Okay,
thank you very much. That was Dr. Leonard Makubela, one of the doctors here in hospital. Jeremy, as you can hear, many of them quite relieved today that they finally received this vaccine. We did also see earlier on the Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Joe Phaahla, also receiving his vaccination here at this site today.